Today, we are diving into a really powerful spiritual story. It's an allegory about the search for truth, all told through the journey of a miner. It's about a mine, a hidden treasure, and a discovery that turns out to be way more than what's on the surface. So let's get into what it really means to seek and what it means to find.
So let's meet our guy. He doesn't have much to his name, not in the way the world counts wealth, but he's absolutely loaded with something far more important: hope. And that one little detail, right there, well, that sets the whole stage. This isn't a story about money. It's about the richness of the human spirit. And for him, this isn't just about clocking in for a shift. It's like a pilgrimage. I mean, listen to that language. He enters the mine like it's a sanctuary. You can just feel that reverence, that sacred sense of anticipation for what he's sure he's going to find down there in the dark. He just knows treasure is waiting. Okay, so here's our first big symbol, his headlamp. Now, to anyone else, it might look pretty frail or modest, right? Just a small light. But for him, it's an unshakable flame. The story is crystal clear about this. The lamp is his faith. It's the word of God, his only true guide in that deep darkness. And bam, almost right away, success. He's barely taken a few steps into the mine, and he literally stumbles over a gold nugget. Just like that. It's completely effortless, this brilliant little flash of light, shining like a fallen star. It feels like a gift, a sign that this whole thing is going to be a cakewalk. So you can just imagine what's racing through his mind. He's overjoyed, thinking, wait a minute, is this all it takes? Is it really this simple? He's starting to think that truth, that treasure, is just something you find lying around. You know, a matter of luck, not hard work. But you know how these stories go. It's never that simple, is it? His beginner's luck is about to run out. And the real challenge, the real journey, is only just beginning. And this is where his belief just smacks right into reality. On the one hand, you've got his idea that gold is just found, no sweat. But then there's the cold, hard truth. He scours every corner of that mine, but the ground is completely barren. The easy treasure is gone. And with that emptiness, of course, comes the doubt. And it's not just a feeling. The story says discouragement rose against him like a shadow. It's an active, creeping force, making him wonder if that initial discovery was a fluke, if the promise of treasure was just a lie. This is his rock bottom. But it's right here, in this moment of total despair, that the real turning point arrives. He's about to learn a lesson that is so profound, and it doesn't come from the easy ground, but from the hard, unyielding stone itself. Picture this. He's frustrated. Maybe he even slams his arm against the wall of the mine. And in that moment, he sees it. A tiny spark, deep inside the solid rock. And right then, everything clicks. He gets it. The real treasure isn't just lying around. It's hidden. It's embedded in the hard places. So this is the big lesson, right? Real treasure demands more. It's not just handed over to the absent-minded. It takes tools, a pickaxe. It takes real physical effort. And maybe most importantly, it takes perseverance, the grit to keep going when you find absolutely nothing. The path of luck is gone. Now it's the path of effort. And this new understanding, it leads to a whole new way of working. He totally changes his strategy. He starts questioning the rock face from different angles. He learns to be quiet, to listen for the faintest whisper or sign. And he learns to keep going through long stretches of silence. He's not just a wanderer anymore. He's a true seeker. And as he works, something else starts to happen. He's not alone anymore. He senses this presence, an invisible companion. The story tells us this is the Spirit of God. And it's this voice that whispers to him, encouraging him, go forward, don't give up, because the gold is there. It's just sleeping behind the stone, waiting for him. This is where everything starts to shift in a really profound way. Because with this new approach, the entire purpose of his work, the very goal of his search, begins to completely transform. So all the pieces of his journey now take on this incredibly deep new meaning. The mine is no longer just a dark, dirty place to work. It's his school, where he learns wisdom. His lamp isn't just a light. It's his guide, his gospel. And every little piece of gold he finds is way more than just metal. It's a revelation. And you can see the shift so clearly here. He started out just looking for gold, right? The physical prize. But now he's searching for something else entirely. He's looking for the voice of the one who's teaching him how to find it. The focus has moved from the gift
to the giver. And that really gets us to the heart of the whole story, doesn't it? True riches, real wealth, it's not something you can pile up in a treasure chest. It's the wisdom, the character, the relationship that gets written into your soul during the search itself.
By the end, the transformation is total. The mine, which started as just a dark place of labor, has become a sacred temple. And that hard, repetitive work of swinging the pickaxe, well, that has become a kind of prayer, a rhythm of communication and worship.
So what does this all really mean? That's a great story, but it's a parable. So now let's unpack it and connect the dots between the mine and what it means to search for wisdom in sacred texts.
Okay, this breakdown makes it all super clear. The miner, well, that's any of us seeking truth. The mine represents the scriptures themselves. And those easy gold nuggets he found at the start, those are the simple, beautiful verses that just jump out at you, the ones you get right away. But the hard, silent rock, that represents the difficult passages, the ones that take real work and perseverance to finally crack open. So, you see, the gold he's really collecting isn't a metal at all. It's a revelation. It's those profound aha moments, those flashes of insight and deep understanding that don't come easy, but that completely transform your heart and mind when you finally break through the stone. And here it is, the ultimate discovery. The more our miner works, the more he seeks, the more he realizes the goal was never really the goal. The entire journey was about building a relationship with the guide. The real treasure at the end of the search is God himself. So we end with this question, turning it all back to you. In your own search for knowledge, for meaning, for truth, whether it's in a book or just in life itself, what's the gold you think you're looking for? And what might be the true hidden treasure you discover along the way?